Hello everyone, my name is Liv and welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 3 of Wreck This Journal. We're going to get right into it today with the first page. And this first page is the cut through several layers page, and for this one I'm just using a heart-shaped hole puncher to make these little hearts because hearts are my favorite shape. And then I just colored them in using pink and purple crayons, smoothing out the crayon with a card. Next, I positioned the hearts where I wanted them to be before gluing them in, and I put one of the hearts above the scissors so it looks like the heart's being cut out. Before moving on to the other side of the page, I followed the prompt and cut through several layers of the page using my heart hole puncher, and I just cut through 5 pages. This hole puncher is a little tricky to use because I have to press down quite hard with it, but I eventually got there. I'm just taking the hearts that I just cut out and glued those in as well. Next up, I am doing these cute little drawings, a cat with some scissors and my heart hole puncher. Now I'm taking my Primrosia markers and just coloring in my drawings. I really like these markers because they're watercolor markers, so you can use water, but you can also use them just like regular markers without the water. But I did find that blending with these markers can be a little tricky. I'm just adding some highlights with a white gel pen, and I use some water and my colorless blender Copic marker to help blend everything out. For the background, I did a light wash of pink watercolor, then I cut out the drawings and glued them in. This page turned out looking so cute, and I'm really liking this pink and purple theme. The next page is fill this page with circles, and for this one I'm doing a bunch of circles and then turning them into cats, of course. And as usual, I'm outlining them with my fine liners first before coloring them in. Now that the cats are finished, I'm just adding these little circles all the way around, and then I'm taking my new pack of Polychromos Faber-Castell's colored pencils and colored them all in. I used Prismas as well, but I mainly stuck to using my Faber-Castells. I found it kind of difficult to use these colored pencils on this type of paper, so I just did the best I could. I don't use colored pencils very often because I find that they're a little harder to use than, say, markers, for example. I find the techniques for colored pencils are a little harder to get the hang of than something like markers, in my opinion, but I still like to work with them occasionally. I'm just finishing off the page here with some colorful dots around the whole page. I really like this page. It's the first page where I just left the background without any color, and I think doing that made the colors of the circle cats stand out a bit more. This next page is document time passing. This will be the last page for this episode. So first I'm just painting both of these pages white. And now I'm drawing this cat themed clock. I wanted to keep this page pretty simple because it's a simple prompt. And I just really like this cat clock. I did use a reference image for this. It was super easy to draw and pretty fun as well. Just finishing off this page here with the little fishies. Now for the right side of the page, I asked my partner Jake to document time passing for me because I'm really bad at words and explaining things, and he's like amazing with words, so I just copied what he wrote down on the page. He did tell me what this means, but I forgot, so if you want to pause the video to read it, feel free to do that. And after documenting the time passing, I drew some small clocks around the page, and some of the clocks I made look a little different. Here's how this page turned out. It was a simple prompt, so I kept the drawing simple, and I think it looks really cool. I didn't end up putting any matte varnish on this page though, because the fine liners would definitely smudge. Here are all the finished pages together, and I love how they all turned out, but I think my favorite page this episode is the cut through several layers page. But that's all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, give this video a like, hit that bell to get notified, and stay creative. Bye!